Introduction to Krakow. A city of history and remembrance. Krakow, one of Poland's most important cities, is known for its rich medieval heritage and tragic World War II history. It was the country's royal capital for centuries and remains a center of culture, education, and tourism. The city attracts millions of visitors each year who come to experience its picturesque old town, stunning architecture, and historical sites. However, Krakow is also a gateway to Auschwitz-Birkenau, the largest Nazi concentration and extermination camp, which serves as a memorial to the victims of the Holocaust. The old town, Stare Miasto, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is one of the best preserved medieval urban layouts in Europe. At its heart lies the main market square, Rynek Główny, a vibrant plaza surrounded by historic buildings, churches, and cafes. It has been a hub of Polish life since the 13th century. Less than an hour away, Auschwitz-Birkenau tells a very different story. It was a symbol of Nazi terror, where over 1 million people, mostly Jewish victims, were murdered. Today, the site is preserved as a museum and memorial, reminding future generations of the horrors of genocide. Together, these two locations offer visitors a journey through time, from the golden age of Poland's medieval past to one of the darkest chapters in human history. Krakow is a city that embodies both beauty and sorrow, resilience and remembrance, making it a must-visit destination for history lovers and those seeking to understand Europe's past. In the following sections, we will explore the main market square, its key landmarks, the significance of Auschwitz-Birkenau, and the lasting impact of these historical sites on Poland and the world. Rynek Główny. Krakow's medieval market square. Krakow's main market square, Rynek Główny, is the largest medieval town square in Europe, covering 40,000 square meters. Built in 1257, it was designed to be the commercial and social center of the city. Today, it remains a bustling hub of activity, filled with historic landmarks, restaurants, cafes, and cultural events. One of the most striking buildings in the square is St. Mary's Basilica, Kościoł Mariacki, a beautiful Gothic church with its 2 unequal towers. Inside, visitors can admire the White Stoss altarpiece, one of the most magnificent wooden sculptures in Europe. Every hour, a trumpeter plays the Hejnal Mariacki from the taller tower, a tradition linked to a medieval legend of a guard who was shot by a Tatar arrow. At the center of the square stands the Cloth Hall, Sukienus, a Renaissance-style building that was once a major trading center. Merchants from around the world gathered here to sell textiles, spices, salt, and amber. Today, the Cloth Hall houses souvenir stalls and the gallery of 19th-century Polish art. Another significant structure is the Town Hall Tower, Wieża Ratuszowa, the only remaining part of Krakow's medieval town hall, which was demolished in the 19th century. Visitors can climb to the top for a panoramic view of the city. The square is also known for its street performers, horse-drawn carriages, and seasonal markets, such as the Christmas market and Easter market. These events showcase Poland's rich traditions, with handmade crafts, festive foods, and live music. Rynek Główny is more than just a historical site. It is the heart of Krakow, where past and present blend seamlessly. The role of Krakow during World War II. While Krakow is celebrated for its medieval beauty, it also played a tragic role in World War II. When Nazi Germany invaded Poland in September 1939, Krakow was occupied and became the headquarters of the General Government, the Nazi-controlled region of Poland. The city's large Jewish population, which had been an essential part of Krakow's identity for centuries, was subjected to persecution. In 1941, the Nazis established the Krakow Ghetto, where thousands of Jews were confined in overcrowded and inhumane conditions. Many were later deported to concentration camps, including Auschwitz-Birkenau. One of the most well-known figures associated with Krakow during this time was Oskar Schindler, a German industrialist who saved over 1,000 Jewish workers by employing them in his enamelware factory. Today, the Schindler's Factory Museum tells the story of how he used his influence to protect Jews from deportation and execution. Despite the oppression, Krakow's underground resistance was active, organizing acts of sabotage and intelligence gathering against the Nazis. The city was liberated by the Soviet Red Army in January 1945, but by then, much of its Jewish community had been wiped out. The war left a deep scar on Krakow, but its historical buildings remained largely intact compared to other Polish cities like Warsaw, which was heavily destroyed. Today, Krakow serves as a place of remembrance, with museums, memorials, and preserved sites ensuring that the lessons of the past are never forgotten. Auschwitz-Birkenau. The Holocaust Memorial. Located 70 kilometers west of Krakow, Auschwitz-Birkenau was the largest Nazi concentration and extermination camp, where over 1.1 million people were killed. The site, now a museum and memorial, preserves the remains of barracks, gas chambers, and personal belongings of victims. Auschwitz consisted of 3 main camps. Auschwitz I. The administrative center with the infamous Arbeit macht frei, work sets you free, gate. Auschwitz II-Birkenau. The largest section where mass executions took place in gas chambers. Auschwitz III, Monowitz. A labor camp for industrial work. Visitors can see the railway tracks and unloading ramp, where prisoners arrived in overcrowded trains. The museum exhibits include prisoner uniforms, suitcases, glasses, and shoes, as well as photos and testimonies from survivors. Auschwitz-Birkenau is a powerful reminder of the Holocaust and the dangers of hatred, intolerance, and totalitarianism. The lasting impact and why Krakow is a must-visit. Krakow's dual history, its medieval grandeur and its tragic role in World War II, makes it one of the most important historical destinations in Europe. The main market square represents Poland's cultural achievements, while Auschwitz-Birkenau stands as a memorial to the victims of the Holocaust. Visiting these sites provides a deep and meaningful experience, reminding us of both human creativity and human cruelty. Krakow continues to thrive as a center of education, tourism, and remembrance, ensuring that its history is never forgotten. Whether you explore its medieval streets or reflect on its painful past, Krakow leaves a lasting impression on all who visit.